Welcome to NFL Daily Brief, your fast track to today's biggest football stories. Like and subscribe to stay in the game. Here are the brief highlights of today's top stories. 4 questions in the Micah Parsons trade aftermath. Why in the world would Dallas do this? A new look in Green Bay. Micah Parsons trade continues Packers' aggressive offseason. Parsons traded to Packers, gets record contract. Jones, Parsons trade will make Cowboys better. Report. Irsay suffered drug relapses before death. Packers love okay playing with repaired thumb. Jets GM, Fields can follow Mayfield, Darnold path. Fins W.R. Hill practices, RB Wright has procedure. Lewis, blame Bledsoe for hit that led to Brady era. Sources, Vikings expect safety Smith to return. Broncos get good news on Mims groin injury. AFC East, NFC West reveal, rivalries, uniforms. Inside Caleb Williams's unapologetic approach to year 2 as Bears QB. He wasn't trying to be anybody else, how Aaron Rodgers won over his Steelers teammates. We picked X factors for all 32 teams, who could be a difference maker this season. Graziano. Don't be surprised if these 32 things happen. Why Rashee Rice accepted his 6-game suspension now, and how Chiefs will have to cope. The biggest roster moves from all 32 NFL teams. How did each team get to 53 players? Preseason trade tracker. Every move leading up to the 2025 season. Wilson, Winston and Dart. Inside the reimagined high-profile Giants QB room. Now, let's dive deeper into the details. The Dallas Cowboys trading Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark is a shocking move.
This trade is especially surprising given Parsons' status as a young superstar at a critical position.
Parsons is only the second player in National Football League history to achieve 12 or more sacks in each of his first 4 seasons.
The Packers hope Parsons follows in the footsteps of Reggie White and Charles Woodson.
Both White and Woodson became Hall of Famers after joining the Packers.
Parsons, at only 26 years old, is entering his prime, making this acquisition a potential coup for Green Bay.
This trade raises questions about the Cowboys' rationale.
There are several possible factors that led to this decision.
A reported disconnect between the team, Parsons, and his agent may have played a role.
The Cowboys may have also believed their roster construction would not allow them to win a Super Bowl while paying Parsons, Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb market value.
Another factor could be the Cowboys' defensive struggles last season, despite Parsons' presence.
It is unclear if the Cowboys received adequate compensation in return.
While 2 first-round picks and Clark are valuable, Parsons' age and talent might warrant more.
The addition of Clark suggests the Cowboys believe they can improve their run defense without Parsons.
The Green Bay Packers made a significant move this offseason, trading for Micah Parsons and giving him a lucrative contract.
This follows their first-round draft pick of receiver Matthew Golden, breaking a 21-year trend.
These aggressive moves signal a potential shift in the Packers' approach under general manager Brian Gutekunst.
While the Packers have seen playoff success under Gutekunst, they have not reached the Super Bowl.
These offseason acquisitions, including Aaron Banks and Nate Hobbs, could indicate Gutekunst's belief in the team's Super Bowl potential.
It could also suggest a sense of urgency to achieve a Super Bowl victory during his tenure.
The Packers have a new president and chief executive officer, Ed Policy, who replaced Mark Murphy.
Policy has stated that contract extensions for Gutekunst and coach Matt LaFleur will be evaluated based on this season's performance.
Acquiring Parsons, a highly productive pass rusher, addresses a key weakness for the Packers.
The team's pass rush was a concern, especially with injuries to draft picks Barron Sorrell and Colin Oliver.
Coach LaFleur has implemented changes to improve the pass rush, including hiring a new defensive line coach.
Gutekunst has acknowledged the importance of evaluating both short-term and long-term impacts of personnel decisions.
He has a history of pursuing impactful players, like his previous attempt to trade for Khalil Mack.
The Parsons trade represents a bold move by the Packers, aiming to strengthen their roster for a Super Bowl run.
Micah Parsons, a 4-time Pro Bowl edge rusher, was traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers on Thursday.
In return, the Cowboys received Kenny Clark, a 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle, and 2 first-round draft picks in 2026 and 2027.
Parsons signed a 4-year, $188 million contract with the Packers, making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in National Football League history.
This contract includes $120 million fully guaranteed at signing and $136 million in total guarantees.
Parsons released a statement on social media expressing his disappointment about the trade, emphasizing his loyalty to Dallas.
He will return to Dallas with the Packers in Week 4 of this season to play against the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones explained the trade as a strategic move to improve the team's playoff potential.
Jones highlighted the need to strengthen the defense, particularly against the run.
The trade concludes Parsons' time with the Cowboys, which once seemed destined to be a lifelong relationship.
Parsons had expressed his dream of playing for the Cowboys before being drafted by them in 2021.
However, contract negotiations became contentious, leading to a trade request from Parsons on August 1.
The Packers general manager, Brian Gutekunst, has consistently maintained that a team is rarely, if ever, just one player away from success.
Jerry Jones believes that trading Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers will improve the Dallas Cowboys' postseason performance.
The Cowboys acquired defensive tackle Kenny Clark and first-round picks in 2026 and 2027 in exchange for Parsons.
Jones stated this move was designed to improve their defense and stop the run, especially when playing from behind.
The Cowboys will need to reach the postseason without Parsons, a four-time Pro Bowler with 52.5 sacks.
Their pass rushing depth, including players like Dante Fowler Jr. and Marshawn Kneeland, will need to step up.
The Cowboys' offense, under new coach Brian Schottenheimer and quarterback Dak Prescott, will also need to perform well.
Jones believes this trade gives them a better chance to improve upon their recent playoff performances.
In their last 3 playoff losses, the Cowboys allowed significant rushing yards and touchdowns.
The addition of Kenny Clark addresses their run defense issues with his size and experience.
Executive Vice President Stephen Jones emphasized Clark's importance in winning crucial playoff games.
The Cowboys believe their depth on the edge will compensate for the loss of Parsons' pass rushing abilities.
New defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus has a history of building strong run defenses.
The Washington Post has reported that former Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay experienced setbacks related to painkiller addiction before his death in May.
5 individuals with direct knowledge of these relapses spoke to the Post anonymously, citing fear of retaliation from the team.
The Colts had announced that Irsay died peacefully in his sleep on May 21.
However, the Post reports Irsay overdosed at least 3 times since February 2020, including twice within 12 days in December 2023 and January 2024.
His notable absence for much of the following 4 months, explained by the team as a severe respiratory illness, now appears connected to these events.
Irsay daughters, the new co-owners, declined interviews but issued a statement acknowledging their father struggles with addiction and mental health.
They emphasized his openness about these challenges and his advocacy for others facing similar issues.
The Post also reports Irsay was allegedly prescribed ketamine in his final months and that police were called to his hotel room in Beverly Hills where he died.
Irsay began his football career as a ballboy for the Baltimore Colts in the early 1970s.
He became the youngest general manager in National Football League history in 1984 at age 24 when the Colts moved to Indianapolis.
He assumed ownership after his father's death in 1997 and held prominent roles on league committees.
Irsay is scheduled to be inducted into the Colts Ring of Honor during the season opener against the Miami Dolphins on September 7.
Jordan Love, the Green Bay Packers quarterback, is wearing a brace on his surgically repaired left thumb.
He has been handing the ball off with only his right hand, but he believes this will not limit him when the regular season starts.
Love stated that he has no concerns about the upcoming game against the Detroit Lions on September 7.
However, his thumb will need to be protected with a brace, similar to what he has worn during practice.
He said that he will have to brace it up for a few weeks to keep it protected.
Love will assess how the thumb feels during live contact in games.
Coach Matt LaFleur conducted a simulated game on Thursday, the closest Love will get to real game action.
Love had only started participating in full team periods the day before.
Prior to that, he was not taking snaps from under center or in the shotgun.
He was holding or picking up the ball to simulate the snap and participating in individual and 7-on-7 drills.
Love explained that without stability in his thumb, he would also have no strength.
He described it as a limp thumb and said he could not do much with it.
General manager Darren Mogi believes Justin Fields can become a productive quarterback despite needing some time to develop.
Mogi compared Fields to former high draft picks Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield, who also took a few years and team changes to find their stride.
This is Fields' third team in 3 years, with 3 different offensive coordinators.
The Jets signed Fields to a 2-year, $40 million contract after releasing Aaron Rodgers.
Fields was originally drafted 11th overall by the Chicago Bears in 2021 and spent last season with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Jets will face the Steelers in Week 1, marking Rodgers' return to MetLife Stadium.
Mogi has been impressed with Fields' improvement in operating the entire offense.
He noted Fields' command, leadership, and the overall rhythm of the offense during practice.
Fields has shown progress with the drop-back passing concepts according to offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrand.
Fields completed only 4 of 9 passes for 46 yards in the preseason, with no attempts longer than 9 air yards.
He also rushed for a 13-yard touchdown, showcasing his mobility.
Fields was named one of 5 captains for the season, indicating the team's confidence in him.
Tyreek Hill participated in practice with limitations on Thursday.
Head coach Mike McDaniel indicated Hill is expected to play in the opening game against the Indianapolis Colts.
Hill has been absent from practice for 3 weeks due to an oblique injury.
McDaniel stated that the team has been cautious with Hill to avoid further setbacks.
Running back Jalen Wright recently underwent a minor procedure on a lower leg injury.
While the injury is not expected to end his season, it may sideline him for the first month.
Rookie running back Ollie Gordon II was the only healthy running back on the initial 53-man roster.
Devin Achane, the starting running back, is currently recovering from a calf injury.
Achane is anticipated to play in Week 1.
The Dolphins have signed Jeff Wilson Jr. and JaMychal Hasty to the practice squad.
Safety Ashton Davis also returned to practice after missing 3 weeks with a lower leg injury.
The Dolphins also added tight end Greg Dulcich to their practice squad.
Mo Lewis believes Drew Bledsoe is responsible for the hit that led to Tom Brady replacing him as the Patriots quarterback.
Lewis argues that Bledsoe, a highly paid passing quarterback, should not have been running with the ball.
In a new book, Lewis states that Bledsoe's decision to run outside the pocket led to the fateful hit.
He emphasizes that his role as a linebacker is to stop players with the ball.
Lewis maintains that it was just another play for him, despite its significant impact on NFL history.
Bledsoe was severely injured on the play, shearing a blood vessel in his chest and nearly dying.
This injury opened the door for Tom Brady to take over as the Patriots quarterback.
Lewis insists he is not bothered by the attention the hit receives.
He states that he does not dwell on the play and has never watched it back.
Lewis also mentions that he was unaware of the severity of Bledsoe's injury at the time.
He explains that his focus was on the game and preventing a first down.
The hit was recognized as a significant moment in NFL history, ranking 82nd in a poll of top 100 game changers.
Vikings safety Harrison Smith is expected to recover fully from a personal health matter that kept him out of the final 2 weeks of training camp.
His return to practice and availability for the regular season start remain uncertain, however.
Smith, a 6-time Pro Bowler, is still considered one of the Vikings' top defensive players at age 36.
While the Vikings typically give veterans rest days, Smith last practiced on August 11.
2 days later, coach Kevin O'Connell stated Smith was away from the team due to illness.
Smith was not present at any subsequent practice or preseason game.
If Smith cannot play in the September 8 game against the Chicago Bears, Theo Jackson will likely start.
The Vikings kept Smith on the 53-man roster instead of placing him on injured reserve.
This suggests the team does not anticipate a long absence for Smith.
He was also named one of 8 captains for the 2025 season.
In 2024, Smith had 3 interceptions, 1 sack, and 87 tackles.
This achievement puts him among an elite group of defensive backs in National Football League history.
Denver Broncos coach Sean Payton provided an update on wide receiver Marvin Mims Jr.'s groin injury.
Payton stated the team received good news regarding Mims' injury and expects him to play in the season opener.
Mims left Wednesday as practice with a groin injury and underwent an magnetic resonance imaging scan and additional tests.
Fortunately, Payton confirmed Mims will return to practice on Monday.
Mims has consistently been among the starting receivers in training camp and preseason.
He has shared the field with Courtland Sutton and Troy Franklin, garnering significant snaps with quarterback Bo Nix.
Last season, Mims showcased his versatility by playing some running back and accumulating impressive stats.
He recorded 39 receptions for 503 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Mims also earned his 2nd consecutive Pro Bowl selection as a returner.
He led the league with an average of 15.7 yards per punt return.
Payton aims to increase Mims' involvement in the offense to capitalize on his ability to generate explosive plays.
Mims is eager to contribute more to the team and earn additional opportunities on the field.
The National Football League and Nike have unveiled new Rivalries uniforms for teams in the American Football Conference East and National Football Conference West.
These special uniforms will be worn during one home game against a division rival, celebrating each team's unique legacy.
The Arizona Cardinals' built-to-last uniform is inspired by the state's desert landscape.
It features a sand and dust storm texture, copper accents, and a reimagined state flag.
The Buffalo Bills' cold front uniform embraces the team's association with snowy and icy conditions.
It features a crystallized buffalo logo and various textures for a frosty appearance.
The Los Angeles Rams' uniform uses a midnight navy color inspired by the city at night.
It includes pops of yellow and perforated blue lights, reminiscent of their Super Bowl winning uniform.
The Miami Dolphins' uniform reflects the speed and agility of their players.
It incorporates turbo green and orange stripes, mirroring dolphins in the water.
The New England Patriots' nor'easter uniform pays homage to the 6 New England states.
It features 6 red stars, reflective silver stripes, and a nod to the Drew Bledsoe-era uniforms.
The New York Jets' Gotham City Football Club uniform draws inspiration from the team's original name.
It uses dark empire green with black, green, and gray trims and a Gothic font.
Caleb Williams has praised new Bears coach Ben Johnson and his impact on the team.
Williams stopped painting his nails last season as the Bears struggled with losses.
He has resumed painting his nails, signifying a renewed sense of self and joy in the game.
Williams stated his intention to be unapologetic about expressing himself.
The Bears have made significant offensive upgrades, including drafting tight end Colston Loveland, wide receiver Luther Burden III, and offensive tackle Ozzie Trapilo.
Despite these improvements, the Bears are still projected to finish last in the NFC North.
Coach Johnson has been working with Williams on his on-field demeanor and body language.
Johnson emphasized the importance of projecting confidence and avoiding outward displays of frustration.
Williams passed for 3,541 yards last season, the 5th best in franchise history, but the team endured a 10-game losing streak.
Johnson has set a goal for Williams to achieve a 70% completion rate by 2025.
Williams has embraced the challenge and also aims to become the first 4,000-yard passer in Bears history.
Williams is working on his pre-snap cadence and command of the offense.
Nick Herbig initially did not know what to expect from Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers surprised Herbig with his playful jokes during a card game at Cameron Hayward's house.
Rodgers teased Herbig by calling him a one-trick pony for his signature speed rush move.
Since joining the Steelers, Rodgers has prioritized building relationships with his teammates.
He has focused on small but meaningful interactions to establish trust.
Rodgers even won over teammates who initially criticized his free agency decision-making process.
Deshaun Elliott, who previously made negative comments about Rodgers, now respects and appreciates him.
Rodgers aims to connect with his teammates every day, even recycling old jokes.
He has been intentional about building rapport with the offensive line.
Rodgers is also making an effort to connect with players beyond the stars, like Quindell Johnson.
He stretches with a different teammate each practice, often towards the back of the line.
Rodgers believes that sometimes leading involves serving, and serving can involve being at the back.
With 53-man rosters nearly finalized, the NFL regular season is upon us.
While quarterbacks, coaching, and star players are crucial, other factors contribute to wins and losses.
These X factors, such as a key sack or a crucial third down reception, can significantly impact a team's outcome.
For this exercise, we are focusing solely on on-field contributors, excluding quarterbacks, rookies, and coaches.
Each team has multiple X factors, but we have identified one key player per team for the 2025 season.
Let us start with the NFC West, where the Arizona Cardinals are looking for defensive stars to elevate them to playoff contention.
Defensive end Josh Sweat, who thrived under Jonathan Gannon as coaching in 2022, could be that star for Arizona.
Sweat is projected to be their primary pass rusher on third downs.
For the Los Angeles Rams, wide receiver Davante Adams needs to fill the void left by Cooper Kupp.
Adams, a different style of receiver than Kupp, excels as a deep threat.
The San Francisco 49ers are counting on wide receiver Danny Gray to step up with injuries impacting their receiving core.
Gray finished last season strong but needs to maintain that production consistently.
Running back Kenneth Walker III is pivotal for the Seattle Seahawks, needing to prove he can be a reliable option.
Walker has the talent but must overcome inconsistency and injury concerns.
The Cowboys might call Micah Parsons' bluff regarding his contract extension demands.
Parsons is sitting out practices, seeking a new deal, but the situation has become strained.
Team owner Jerry Jones believes an agreement was reached in the spring but altered once Parsons' agent became involved.
Parsons blames Jones, feeling the owner should have anticipated his agent's involvement from the start.
With the season approaching, a resolution seems unlikely, barring Parsons relenting or accepting the team's terms.
The Giants could lead the league in sacks this season, bolstering their defensive front with rookie Abdul Carter.
Carter joins a formidable pass rush alongside Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence II, and Kayvon Thibodeau.
The Eagles, despite winning the Super Bowl, may continue adjusting their defense due to key player departures.
They are integrating younger players drafted recently while maintaining their championship aspirations.
General Manager Howie Roseman has already made trades and will continue if necessary to solidify the defense.
Washington might utilize Deebo Samuel in the backfield to maximize his versatility and create opportunities.
Rookie tight end Colston Loveland might play a significant role in the Bears' offense despite an earlier injury.
Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice has accepted a 6-game suspension for violating the National Football League personal conduct policy.
This suspension raises questions about how the Chiefs' offense will function without their number one receiver.
The Chiefs have been preparing for this possibility since the start of training camp.
Offensive coordinator Matt Nagy has stated they have considered both the suspension and Rice's health in their planning.
The Chiefs plan to utilize other receivers like Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Tyquan Thornton.
They will also likely incorporate 2 tight end sets with Travis Kelce and Noah Gray.
Mahomes has expressed confidence in the other receivers' abilities to make plays.
He highlighted Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, and Jalen Royals as players who can create explosive plays.
Rice accepted the 6-game suspension now, even though his hearing was scheduled for later, for several reasons.
He wanted to serve his suspension early in the season to avoid impacting the Chiefs' playoff push.
He also wanted to ensure his knee is fully recovered from a previous injury.
Rice has vowed to stay in shape during his suspension and is eager to return to the field.
The Philadelphia Eagles will host the Dallas Cowboys for the 2025 NFL season opener.
Teams finalized their 53-man rosters, resulting in notable cuts and trades across the league.
The Panthers parted ways with wide receiver Hunter Renfrow.
The Raiders acquired quarterback Kenny Pickett from the Browns.
The Cowboys kept 6 pass rushers due to Micah Parsons' uncertain status for the opener.
The Giants released quarterback Tommy DeVito after signing Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
The Eagles acquired quarterback Sam Howell and offensive tackle Fred Johnson for depth.
Washington kept Sam Cosmi on the physically unable to perform list due to a torn anterior cruciate ligament.
Undrafted wide receiver Ja'Day Walker made the Bears roster after a strong preseason.
The Lions expressed confidence in their roster despite some surprising cuts.
The Packers saw wide receiver turned cornerback Bo Melton make the team while linebacker Isaiah Simmons did not.
The Vikings traded Sam Howell and signed Carson Wentz as their backup quarterback.
The National Football League preseason has concluded, with teams preparing for the 2025 regular season.
Numerous trades occurred before the season begins on September 4, reshaping rosters across the league.
One significant trade involved the Dallas Cowboys sending Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers.
In return, the Cowboys received Kenny Clark and 2 first-round draft picks.
Parsons subsequently signed a lucrative contract with the Packers.
The Minnesota Vikings reacquired Adam Thielen from the Carolina Panthers.
The Jacksonville Jaguars acquired Tim Patrick from the Detroit Lions.
Several other trades involving draft picks and players also took place.
These trades included teams such as the New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons, and Cleveland Browns.
The Indianapolis Colts acquired Mekhi Blackmon, while the Las Vegas Raiders obtained Kenny Pickett.
Other notable trades involved quarterbacks Sam Howell and Carson Wentz.
These preseason trades demonstrate the ongoing roster adjustments made by teams before the regular season.
Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston, and Russell Wilson create a unique quarterback dynamic for the New York Giants.
This blend of youth, experience, and distinct personalities makes for an interesting quarterback room.
Dart displayed confidence with his eat-a-dub gesture towards Winston during the final preseason game.
The post-game video featuring Dart, Winston, and Tommy DeVito showcased their camaraderie and celebrated their preseason success.
While Wilson did not play in the final game, he remains a key part of the quarterback group.
Winston brings an element of unpredictability, while Wilson provides veteran leadership and focus.
Dart, the young rookie, adds a fresh perspective and eagerness to learn.
This diverse mix of personalities is fostered by mutual respect and a shared desire for success.
The Giants' coaching staff is invested in creating an environment conducive to Darnold's development.
General Manager Joe Schoen and Coach Brian Daboll recognize the importance of this quarterback room for the future of the franchise.
The Giants explored various quarterback options during the offseason before settling on this group.
Winston and Wilson were signed to provide stability and mentorship for Darnold.
Wilson's leadership has been praised for its positive impact on the entire team.
He emphasizes attention to detail and a high standard of performance.
That's a wrap on this week's NFL Blitz Talk. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time with more gridiron fire and fearless breakdowns.